What's up, guys? Animal today, iguana. So this is a cool lizard. I like iguanas. Their heads are they're like dinosaurs but small. Landscape page, pencil eraser, hit pause if I go too fast and try have fun. So we're gonna start with his eye. Let's go. Eye, quite big up here. He's got like a frowning sort of top of his eye there. And then it's kind of pointy at the front and it curves around, and kind of a little bit pointy here as well. So kind of like it looks like a lemon or something. Now if you want, you can color the whole eye black. I have seen people not give him pupils or anything and just color it black, but I think I'll give him a pupil. Right, so he has kind of an iris line. Everything's kind of brown, but there is a light sort of iris here. Right, and around here as well. And then we have a not perfect pupil, right? So it's not like a perfect circle. It's kind of a bit long. Like I'm pointy at the top a little bit. It's kind of like the eye turned around itself or something. And then you can color this black. Excuse me, hopefully I edit that out, that was loud. Right, and a good thing to do is add a shine, or like you could draw it in if you wanted to do like a line drawing. So you could do just like a circle here, maybe another one down here. But of course, if you're coloring, you could color over that and just add like a white dab of paint on top. And what I like to do as well in the animal ones is like add some hatching just under the eye there, just a bit of shadow here. It just darkens things up for us a little bit, gives things a bit of a shadow. Just makes it look a little bit more realistic, I think. So he has got a top eyelid line coming around here, right, and then another one going around the bottom. And these are like heavily textured sort of areas, right? So lots of these with lizards, I find, like on monsters and dinosaurs, these crisscross lines are kind of like the best way to get your texture. Okay, and that's basically all you need to do. You could go crazy detail and start adding all the circles, but that would take a while. You could do a mixture. So then I guess there's like the top of the head and like a frowning part. So we'll go like here, right? Across. Kind of bumpy. And it comes down around the eye, right? So this sort of frowning section. And this kind of comes around his eye as well. So it's like an eye socket area, sort of a thing. And this will have like lots of wrinkles and like layers to it. So like lots of lines coming around this way. And some like coming up and around here as well. And so lots of these crisscross curved lines just breaking up the eye like that, just to make it look like a bit wrinkly, right? You do, like imagine you throw a net, is what I always say. Like you've thrown like a fishing net onto the animal, so you go like across and down, right? And you're kind of like curving around the shapes. I think it's the easiest way to do texture. especially if you're not shading too much, you know. If you want to color and keep the lines visible. More graphic sort of way of drawing, I guess. So the top of the front part of the head, right? So it'll go, so this will have sort of like another little raised up bumpy area here. And then it goes like down to here, right? So it starts to become his snout. And he has like two little horns at the front. Okay. And then this comes down around the nose. So we'll go, yeah, we'll just go down to like his mouth or snout or something there. And then he's a hole for a nostril, say here. It kind of looks like a raindrop or something. And it's kind of dark inside. You could do the whole thing black, but sometimes it's nice to leave a little edge line to make it look like it's shadowed up inside. And then he has a piece of skin coming around this. And then his mouth. So real sort of flat lizard mouth. Very hard sort of lips. It's just like hard, wrinkly skin. And his head sort of comes all the way down and just joins his back, and it gets kind of spiky. And like the back of his head sort of comes down around here. Of course, we have to add texture to all this. So say his bottom lip, we'll just get the main shapes in first. And this is kind of bumpy, comes down, joins his neck. And then there's a layer of skin and spikes coming down from his chin, right? So it's kind of cool. So it goes, say from here, just like a little spiky thing. And a layer of skin, right? And it's kind of bumpy because there's all spikes coming down from all this. And then his body sort of goes off this way. And I guess we'll get in his back here as well. So we'll add some spikes, but then it kind of just bumps off. There's all spikes that come up from there, and then he's all this folded skin inside here. So that's like the main shape for his head. And that this folded piece of skin, right, comes around here. It's like a flap of skin. Right, so it comes up and then maybe like joins the back of his head somewhere there. And then he's these two discs and stuff in there. We'll just maybe do a couple more of these folds. So it's kind of like if you were drawing like clothing, sort of sitting on top of his, like he's wearing clothing kind of. That's what it looks like to me anyway. So it's like all these little wrinkles and stuff. And then this comes across his shoulder this way. There, so it's like he's got a little sleeve on. And then like some folds just coming across his shoulder there. Okay. Like it's real dark inside some of these neck wrinkles, so I might just darken up some of these these shadows, make these lines just a little bit thicker. See, it just makes everything a bit more severe looking, sort of like shadowy inside there. Because that is how it looks in the picture, so maybe like along here as well. It's kind of like if you've drawn any of my dinosaur ones, you know, there's these lines on dinosaurs' necks, like especially like the T-Rex and stuff. And if you make the line thicker, it makes it look a bit more shadowy. At least it does to me anyway. Right, now details and spikes, right? So we go all spikes coming down from here. And they kind of gradually get bigger as we go down. And we'll add the spikes to the back, and then we'll add like all the wrinkles and textures and all that kind of stuff. So there's really big ones back here now. We'll just keep going with these all the way down the back. Some of them might be a little bit smaller here. Right. So there's more spikes on the back, like little circles and stuff. So let's see what we can do. So there's like a big circle here, right? So it's like, I assume it's like a gland or something. Okay, and then there's another one up here, which may be an ear, but I don't know really. And this will have like sort of skin coming around it, sort of like that. And we'll darken up this side. Right. And then, so this has like a little layer of like, it's kind of like an edge or something, but it gets like super big. Like around like that, and then it has like scales and stuff, which gradually get smaller. And like little clusters of circles and all that kind of thing help. Like little things like this. Because he's got like loads of these, and especially like on the edge, like here. Little circles coming around all of these things. Clusters of circles together, and lots of these like little spikes and stuff like that. These are like everywhere, and mostly down there. So before I move on to that, we'll just add some up here, I think. And like around his eye, there's more. Layers of things like this. And on his lip, right, he's got like a layer of scales just on his lip there. And then on the other end as well. Right, and then these have lines that go this way. Like so. And then there is another sort of texture sort of area here. And then like maybe like big scales here. Just kind of random sort of shapes like this. Kind of like a jigsaw piece, you know. And they get kind of smaller than down here. And lots of this texture then all over his face. So you just like throw your net, so you just add these sort of lines coming all around this. And then going diagonally. And like clusters of circles, and you just keep building it up basically. So crisscross lines coming around all these different sections, and then like every now and then you want to like add one of these little spikes, see, like that, and you just keep doing that basically. And you can go as detailed as you want. I've seen some people like draw every scale, you know, but I don't think there's much need for that really. And then we go there. Right, and then so there's like these spikes here have little bumps on them, and then he's got like a little broken line that's kind of like his spine just going down there, and maybe some textures on the spikes here as well. And then we're going to add like clusters of these spikes all on his back. They're like little pyramids, so you just add this little curved line, right? A curved line like that, and then you add a little spike, right? You just go curved line, spike, curved line, spike, and you just keep going. And you can do as much as you want. Sometimes there's ones like right beside one another, like touching. And there's small ones, big ones. Right? And when you have your curved line spike, to make them look a little bit three-dimensional, you just add like a little pyramid line. That's what I call them, just a line down the middle. Just gives the illusion that they're a little bit 3D. Like that. And then textures everywhere else. So crisscross lines, throw your net over the iguana. So all up and down. Ooh, page moving. And like little circles like this every now and then. Just clusters of them. Dots as well kind of help. And you could, of course, keep going for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. And you just got to figure out when's enough for you. And how much detail do you want to give? Everything. Do. But I think I'll leave it there because this is probably pretty long already. Iguana. Hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.